Hey there, it's Seb Frey here with another exciting episode of Seb Frey TV. I'm down here in beautiful Monterey, California. Very hot day today in Monterey. It is September, October. It's usually the best months here on the Monterey Bay. I'm down here in Monterey for the Brian Buffini Success Tour. Just wrapped it up a half hour, 45 minutes ago. And to all you Buffiniites who are watching this, if anyone actually watches it and you're Buffiniite looking for a referral partner down here in the Monterey Bay area, that's me. But listen, what I want to talk about is how my last episode of Seb Frey TV was about me urging people to vote no on AB 1482, which would establish rent control statewide in California. Of course, it passed yesterday by like an overwhelming margin, so rent control basically is here now in California. Obviously it's it's a controversial topic, right? Because the cost of living is totally completely out of control here in California, and I get that. I got an email from one of the people in my database, and she said, "Hey Seb, why are you so against rent control?" And I went through the whole reasons, which I'm not going to bore you with her. And she said, "Hey, listen, I'm a renter, and my landlord raises my rent every year, and he doesn't have to. He's already making plenty of money." And she was just unhappy with the fact that her landlord keeps on raising the rent. Well, I want to say that under AB 1482, if your landlord is a mom and pop landlord, right, like they're not like a major corporation, and they just own a house and it's a rental, those houses are not subject to rent control. So if you're renting a house or a condo like that, AB 1482, that rent control does nothing for you. Your landlord can raise the rent as much as they want to. She told me how much her rent was getting raised every year, and it sounded like it was a fairly modest amount. So with AB 1482, the maximum amount they can raise it per year is 5% plus rate of inflation to no more than a maximum of 10%, right? So that's a pretty healthy increase, right? If my rent is going up 7% every year, that's under rent control. How much help is that really going to be for me? And the answer is not really very much at all, because if you're an older person, like I believe this lady was maybe in her 60s or perhaps early 70s, if you are that age and your housing cost is rising 7% a year, how are you going to be able to afford that? And that really brings me back to the importance of home ownership. Homeowners, they have 35 times the net worth of renters. Now, I just went over here, and Brian Buffini said it's 44 times greater for homeowners than for renters, and maybe that's an updated statistic because home values have increased dramatically so much over the past several years. Maybe it really is 44 times, but even if it's 35 times, it's a tremendous difference. Renting is for many people a straight ticket to poverty. Because now here I am, I'm 48 years old. We bought our house 8 or 9 years ago, so it's 8 or 9 years into being paid off. And at the time it seemed like a really expensive payment, but now that payment is actually looking pretty cheap. I could rent my house out for way more than the mortgage is costing me. But my point is that I'm going to be able to comfortably live in that house probably until the day that I die. And I just want to say that even in a market like this, when you think that prices are really high, and they are, if you want to live somewhere nice, like say Monterey here, or Santa Cruz, Capitola, the Bay Area, California in general, it's only going to get more and more expensive. So what they say? They say, don't wait to buy real estate and wait. That's an axiom. I forget who said it. It's been around for like 100 years though. I mean, like it's been true for a long time, and I think it's going to continue to be true. So I just wanted to talk with you about that whole aspect. Don't get trapped in the renter spiral, because it's probably not going to end up very well for you in the end. All right, that is it for this episode of Seb Frey TV. Do me a favor. Would you give me a thumbs up? Would you give me a like? Would you give me a share, a comment, something, so that I know somebody out there is listening to this? Hello, echo, echo. I'd really appreciate it. All right, that is it for this episode of Seb Frey TV. I will have another episode up again before too long.